Okay, if everybody's ready, we're gonna start. Not a whole lot to go over today. Today's just, since it's first of the semester, a lot of dates. And then I do have some information about the performer that we were gonna bring on campus. Okay, so first we'll just go ahead and start with the events. This semester we're gonna try to do silent dinners also. With the silent lunches to include a lot of the night students, because I know a lot of you wanted to come to the silent lunches but couldn't because of work or, whatever reason. And then we're also gonna scoot the silent lunches up half an hour. So the silent lunches and silent dinners are gonna be held on not every Tuesday, they're gonna be held on Tuesdays. The first one is gonna be on the 27th, so that's next week.
Yes.
It's next week. The lunch will be 11:30 to 12:30. The dinner will be from 4:30 to 5:30, and it's over in the hub. For any of you who aren't aware, it's just basically everybody sits, we get a bunch of tables together, and we sign while we eat our meal. So it's just another way to practice signing and eat and get to know your fellow students. I've got to know a lot about some of the other students just by that. Just a, casual chit chat while eating. But I do have all the dates for those. If you guys want to jot them down. Again, the first one's going to be on the 27th. Next one will be February 10th, February 24th, March 10th, and March 24th, April 7th, and April 21st. And then, I don't know about May 5th, that kind of wishy-washy because that's finals-ish. I know that seems like so far away, but, so that one may or may not. I will put these will all be on OrgSync, so you can look on OrgSync and see all the dates and RSVP and all that fun stuff. Okay, the game nights. We want to try and do a couple more game nights if possible, and also so we can kind of advertise them a little better to get more people to come. They're still going to be on Fridays, but the game nights are going to be 6 to 9. The first one is going to be this month on the 30th, so January 30th will be the first one. Then after that will be February 27th, then March 27th, and then April 24th, though that one's kind of tentative because of Trick Spruce, but I'll get to that here in a minute. Okay, so that is the silent lunch, silent dinner, and the game nights. Again, all this will be on OrgSync also after the meeting for you to look up. In case you did not notice, t-shirts. We do have t-shirts here. You can buy them. The small through extra large are $13, and then the 2X are $15. And again, if you want to purchase one of those, we have them available right now, right there. To buy, ready to go. Yes, the beautiful, lovely, long sleeve shirts that took us forever to get. Okay, for our spring fundraiser this year, we kind of had an idea of, instead of doing just a bake sale, which there's nothing wrong with just bake sales, but to kind of, I guess, spice it up some. We had mentioned at the beginning of last year, I don't know if you guys remember, bringing in Kona Ice, the ice truck people, or snow cone ice truck people, and have them, they park their truck on campus. I have all this information way up here. There's no charge to bring the truck to campus, and then they give 20% of their earnings that day to the organization, excluding sales tax. What we thought we could maybe do is if we do it like around Easter time, have like an Easter, have like a big refrigerator box or some kind of like a big box filled with like that stupid Easter grass and the little plastic eggs, and you could pay, I don't know exactly, but just like say you pay $1 and then you pick an egg, and then whatever's in the egg, like a prize or like a free bake sale item up to this amount, or have a couple like free small snow cone, free medium snow cone, and then just have Kona Ice take that out of our profits. We could do a bake sale also. I'm definitely not saying exclude the bake sale, because a lot of, especially the people who work on campus, always say they love how creative our baked goods are. So I definitely don't want to cancel that.
Especially when Dawn makes them.
Yeah, especially when Dawn makes her little eyeball pops. But, so that'd just be something I think would be neat to kind of include. Maybe just do something different. I don't remember the last time we did a snow cone truck.
I don't think I've
Like-
ever seen snow
I
cone.
love snow cone thumb down.
Me too.
I'll take off work if I have to be here for a snow cone thing. I love snow cone.
But anyway, so that's an idea. I don't know if anybody else maybe had any other. I know it's kind of early, but just kind of start thinking about spring fundraiser
But we need to get it on the calendar.
things. Yeah, but we do
Yeah.
need to kind of. I don't want this to be like a last minute. Oh crap! What are we doing? I would like to have a plan set when we go into this. But that was kind of our collaborative idea, is to have like Kona Ice come in, since we didn't get to do it in the fall because it got too cold too quick. Also, another thing for you guys to kind of maybe mill over, last year they did a winter, I don't know if any of you remember, they went ice skating at the end of the fall semester. We didn't really do anything like as a club out in the community, like out in the city or whatever. So I don't know if maybe you guys wanted to kind of do like a club outing, I guess, like a spring off-campus, just fun thing to do.
I'm thinking the zip line at the river.
She's thinking zip line at the river.
You're thinking what?
It is kind of pricey, but it's not if you do a group rate.
What is it?
You know, the zip line, the river sport thing that's, they have there.
I'm down for that. I'm a little scared.
A group rate's not that expensive, so.
The idea of falling kind of scares me, but that's just a personal issue I have. Anyway, again, we don't need to make any like decisions right now. It's just something I want people to kind of start thinking about, so that we have that option if we want to.
Or if you know of a cool place, we could go and do something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, we talked about that place where they trap you in the room.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Escape OKC,
Something like that, yeah.
So again, just okay. Oh, I was bad. But anyway, so again, just kind of think about it. Maybe next meeting we could possibly kind of discuss ideas, give you guys some time to come up with some things you might want to do, either for the spring fundraiser or for like a spring group outing thing. Okay. So we had mentioned we wanted to bring on do a performer, like host a deaf performer for us and for the deaf community. Jesselyn has gotten some information from Trick Spruce to kind of start off with. Right now in the DHSC bank, we have $3,726.63. That's last time I talked to Jesselyn, that's what we had. In order for Trick Spruce to come she would do a performance and a workshop. So the performance would be like open to everybody, anyone that wants to come can come and enjoy it. The workshop would be like where interpreters come get like CEUs, and then we can go just learn stuff. The flat rate is $3,000. But before you freak out, the ASL walk that Eric hosted, he donated $750 to us. So we have $750 put aside for this. Also, the ITP department is willing to donate $700. So that would leave us with $1,550 as the remaining balance. We have two options. One, we can pay that amount. We can just pay the $1,500 and do that. Or our other option, we can ask SGA for money. We actually have a budget request in February that we're going to have to submit, where we ask for like money to cover the pizza, when we have pizza here. But we can ask them to not cover that full amount, but to help us kind of make it a little easier on the wallet, so to speak. But worst case scenario, if they do say no, they're not going to cover any of it, which I don't think they will, because I know Janelle was already asking about, aren't you guys having a she remembers, because I mentioned us doing this last semester. So I don't think they're going to downright say no, they won't help us. But worst case scenario, if they did, are we okay spending the $1,550 to have Tricks Briefs come and do the performance and the workshop.
How much is there?
We have $3,726.63 right now. So that's not including anything we may get from the spring bake sale. Also, this would not be a free show and workshop. This would be, we would charge, it's not gonna be anything outrageous. I think we kind of talked about doing like maybe if you go to just one or the other, like $10 per person, but if you go to both, like a $15, that's not definite, but just kind of an idea. It's not gonna be a completely free thing, so we would recover some of that money back. But I don't think we're gonna get $1,000 back.
Would the workshop be like all day, half day?
I do have that, but again, if we don't wanna cover that and say SGA doesn't give us that money, then we're not gonna be able to host her, because you guys have to agree that worst case scenario, if SGA does say no, and we're not willing to pay that money, then we're not gonna be able to host her.
We have 3,000,
Mhm.
and it's 1,000 out of us.
Mhm.
So we still have around 2,000 left.
Mhm.
Okay, so that's not a huge hit.
And we don't really spend much.
That's
Yeah.
close to the
That's
same
the
amount we had at the
thing,
beginning of
yes.
last semester.
Yeah.
Would it be a Friday, Saturday?
It would be a Friday, Saturday, yes. It would be a Friday night and then Saturday, kind of like an all day, it would be at like 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. with an hour lunch workshop. So it would be a long workshop.
And the performance, you said would probably.
It would start around 7. We would charge for both. I mean, if you just go to one, it would be this price. If you go to both, it would be this price.
Okay.
But we don't know what those prices are yet,
Right, okay.
because it depends on if we accept this or not.
Could we speak to Leah and make it to where we count as observation hours and event hours if she wants to come here? That could count towards credit towards people.
Well, it depends, because does it have to be an an observing an interpreter? See, because as of right now, Jesselyn said there won't be any, because this is, I think, all gonna be signed, but there would not be any voice interpreters. Not that I'm saying no, I just don't know if it
I
counts.
don't remember the. So that wouldn't be the term, it should just be signing.
Mhm. From what I understand,
Okay, sorry.
If that doesn't work, maybe we can lobby for extra credit.
like I said, for us, I mean, we won't be able to get the CEUs from the workshop part of it, because we're not there yet.
Right.
But that's kind of another partial incentive to try to get other interpreters to come.
I mean, I think since we do have 3,000, it's 1,000, which is a lot, but.
And like I
Nobody
said, that's also
we
worst
don't
case
do-
scenario. That's if they say, no, we're not giving you a penny to help with
Yeah,
that,
but we
which,
don't do this
But what else
very
would I
often.
go
though.
for?
I know.
yeah.
We spend money at Christmas on the Angel Tree Kids,
Uh-huh.
which is worthwhile.
And
And
then
then,
the pizza was
Pizza.
covered, that was covered from SGA, because we asked for them for
Yeah,
pizza
that's
days,
true.
that was covered.
I mean, we really haven't,
Last semester, we
just-
really didn't spend anything. So, I'm opening this up now for a vote. Everybody in favor of, like I said, worst case scenario, SGA says no. Everybody that says yes, it is okay, in favor of spending that money to have Trix come do this performance in this workshop. I guess say aye, because this can't see you guys.
I-
Anybody that does not, anybody opposed to this idea? Anybody that says, no, that's outrageous, we can't spend? Because that is a lot, that is a lot of money, and this is your guys' money too. Crickets? Okay. Like I said, that had to be covered before we even went ahead to do this. Because if you guys said no, then that would kind of stop this. But if you guys are okay with that, I do have more information. Okay, so the performance, because she's a busy lady, so Jesselyn already kind of has 2 dates reserved, so to speak. April 24th, which would be on the same night as a game night, so that would cancel a game night, but I feel like this is a little more important than a game night. So April 24th, it would be, I don't know where this is, but it would be at the Metro Tech Spring Lake campus at 7 p.m., around 7 p.m.
That's on 36 in Martin Luther King.
Yes, it's, I haven't been there before, but she said it's nice.
Very nice.
She said it's nice and it'll hold a good amount of people. if you're interested in looking, I couldn't find anything on it, but I didn't look very hard, but the performance name is Hearing World Around Me, is the performance that she'd be doing. And then the workshop will be that Saturday, April 25th. It would be on campus, be in LRC 100. It would be from 8 in the morning to 4 p.m. with an hour lunch from like 12 to 1 lunch break.
And we bring our
Are we on our
lunch.
own for lunch? Because the pub's not open on Saturdays.
I don't know that has yet been discussed because, like I said, this is just information that Jesselyn got like
There's a
today.
Subway. It says a
There's
Subway
a
down the
Subway
street.
down the street if
That's
it's
true.
on.
And there's a whole lot of
There's
spots
lots
down
of
MacArthur.
restaurants.
Yeah. So we
Maybe Subway could give us a deal. I know we're already spending a lot of dollars, but, you know, somebody can maybe talk to them and just let them, I don't know,
Yeah. Well, as far as that, we have a couple months because, like I said, this is in April.
you know.
But, and again, this is all kind of the preliminary, this is like all the basic stuff that because Jesselyn's still talking to her. But this is like the date type stuff that we wanted to make sure to get down.
Did box lunches.
But anyway, so it would be Saturday, April 25th, LRC 100 from 8 to 4 with an hour lunch. The workshop name is English Equivalence. I did see a paragraph about that on her website, so if you want to kind of go see what it is before you decide to come or not.
What was
But
it?
it's called English Equivalence. Jocelyn said she looked it up and she said it would be something that she would be very interested in coming to. She said it looks like something that would be very good for all levels of learning to be an interpreter up through more seasoned interpreters. So that sounds promising to me. And then, like I said, we're going to make sure that we can get CEUs for Quas RID, which doesn't apply to us, but interpreters in the field it would apply to. And that is everything I have. Any other questions, concerns, comments about anything discussed, covered? I did make up some more of these flyers. They're over here if you didn't get one. But like I said, if Trix comes, then we're gonna have to cancel that last game night, so I guess that one's tentative-ish. Anything else? This one's full of a lot of dates. Okay.
Anybody have anything?
The shirts are available if you haven't got one yet and you want to get one. I'm done.